Nice, full step. Boom, back. Yeah, like that. All right, so in the last video, I taught her how to do the basic boxing stance and the basic boxing footwork. Today, I'm gonna teach her how to do the most important punch in boxing, also known as the jab. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's get into it. All right, so first we're gonna review. All right, so we're gonna start with the basic stance. Do you remember the basic stance? Let's use this line. Yeah, that's correct. Shoulder width apart, heel on the line. All right, now let's fix it. So first, you notice how her feet are parallel here, right? We want to open up a bit there. This way, when we open up the feet, the hips should also naturally become more bladed, right? When it's facing this way, she's more squared, right? So this opening up a bit, keep going more. There you go. Okay, now the hips are naturally more bladed this way, right? Okay, second, what, go? Yeah, you got that one right. Make sure the elbow is touching the rib. Yeah. And the shoulders should be aligned with your hip. Yeah, there you go. Face facing the line there. Yeah, chin down. Good. Let me see the other side. Yeah, now the last part is the hinge, okay? This is what a lot of people find difficult in, all right? So the hinge, again, we're not gonna be looking down this way. We're not gonna be sticking our butt out like that, right? It's both. It's both our femurs and our torso like a clacker, right? So we're gonna go that way. Okay, I'm a southpaw, so let me show it this way. Right, we're gonna go like that. Notice how my knees naturally bent there when I'm hinging. So I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this, I'm doing that in the middle, right? Here, boom. Go. So that's flared out again. Now we can go more in depth in why we want our guard to be this way and not like this, right? Or some people, they do this, right? They have their hands on their face, right? Now we can go more in depth in why we want our guard to be this way, where the elbow is touching my rib, right? And not flaring out this way, okay? When we're doing the jab, this is how the jab is supposed to look. Right? When our elbow is not tucked here, when it's flared out, or when it's on when my hand is on my face, it becomes a karate chop. See that? That part where you have to go from the face to neutral, that's a telegraph, right? You can see that coming. So you want to have this here, right? Tucked in to your rib right here. And then this will go out straight out, just like that. The first thing we have to know in boxing is that we never throw our punches using our arms, okay? That's called arm punching. I'll show you in a sec what that means. So when I'm throwing the jab, I'm generating power from the ground, guys, okay? I'm using my body's momentum to create that forward force, right? First, we have to understand what's the main purpose of throwing the jab. Okay, the jab is the fastest punch that you can throw in boxing. Not only the fastest, the closest one to your target, right? And so the jab you can use not to hurt them usually, though a good jab can hurt someone. A jab is meant to set up all of the other punches, right? It's to set up your range, it's to set up other punches, it's to do everything, guys. If you have a good jab, you can win a fight just having a good jab. So first, start in your stance. Okay, this is important, guys. If you guys don't have a good stance, you won't be able to generate power with that jab. So the easiest way to learn the jab is to skip the first normal jab, which is just off of the stance you throw a jab, to doing the stepping one, all right? I'll show you in a sec why. When we skip to the stepping jab, we're gonna learn the true mechanics of throwing that jab, okay? What is a stepping jab? So the stepping jab is essentially stepping forward as you throw the jab at the same time, Okay, so we're gonna push off that back foot. As I step forward, I wanna extend my arm all the way. Think driving forward, right? We don't wanna karate chop. We're not doing this. We're drilling it forward that way. All right, so from the stance, push off the back foot that way. All right, so after you pop it there, you should extend all the way, guys, all the way until your shoulder here is almost touching your cheek, right? So from here, push off, push off, push off. Step, as the foot steps the ground, that's when my arm should be fully extended, right? From here, step, boom. Boom. Extend and step, back to that stance. All right, so let's start with that stepping jab. So first you wanna generate power from that back foot. We're gonna step forward. So do the stepping forward one first without the jab. Yeah, remember the weight distribution. You're changing the weight distribution. Remember that, guys. We talked about this last time in the last video, right? You don't wanna change the weight distribution. So if I go forward, I don't wanna go. I don't wanna go, right? Stay in this weight distribution. I'm still here. I'm still there. Stay there. Back. I don't know why, guys, but a lot of you guys have the tendency of doing this. When you guys are going to your default mode, you kind of start shrinking into your stance, right? Keep it there, right? Keep it here. So don't shrink. I think she's ready for the jab. So at the end of the movement, I want you to have it here, like that. So fully extended like that. And when I push here on the jab, I want you to resist with the back foot. So, right, it's too straight. So bend it a bit, yeah. So you want to resist with this back foot. Resist with the back foot. There you go. All right, so we're gonna take that step. So take the step first. Take it once, and then extend it. Yeah, like that, but don't shift the weight. Yeah, but not like this, right? When I say don't shift the weight, I don't want to stay in this back foot. That's also shifting weight. I don't want to shift more weight to the back by going, right? I'm gonna keep it 60-40, right? As I'm going step, I'm still in 60-40, but I'm just in a wider stance. Yeah, pretend like you're looking down the barrel of a gun, right? Point with the two fingers that way. Yeah, so that's where the target should be. You wanna jam them like this, but then make it a fist. Yeah, so it's actually the two big knuckles here that you wanna aim with, right? Go again. Good. Nice, okay. Now we're gonna go full step. So going forward, she did actually a half step jab. That's a good jab too, right? When you're here, let's say, this is your range, right? Your opponent is just outside of your range. You could just use that half step jab to go into range for a split second, right? Boom, and then back here again. Bam. Right? That's exactly what she just did. But now we're gonna do a full step jab, which is boom, your back foot follows. Boom. Make sure there's always a gap in the middle. No, you're losing the line. What she's doing right now is this. So imagine there's a line right here, right? When she's stepping for the jab, see there's a line here, right? Before I throw the jab. When she steps for the jab, she loses the line, right? I want to keep this line. So when I jab, I'm still on that line. I'm still on that line. Yeah, like that. Okay, now we're gonna go over all of the different jabs, okay? So starting from the beginning one, which is the full step jab, okay? So stance, nope, that's parallel again. There you go. Okay, widen up a bit, shoulder width, there you go. Yeah, okay, now we're gonna start with the full step jab. So that's a step followed up with the back foot. to maintain that stance. Okay, let's go. Back. Yeah, again, forward, back. Nice, like that. Good job. Okay, now we're gonna do the half step jab. So half step jab is going forward, but I'm not gonna follow up with the back foot. I'm gonna go back again. Okay, so I'm gonna go boom, same thing. Sync up the punch with the step. Boom. Spring back to the stance again. Bah, bah. Boom, and then back. Again, extend and back. Yeah, push off that back foot. Boom, back. Okay, now let's do spring it. Boom, back, yeah. Boom, back. Again. Boom, back. Again. Boom, back. Again. Boom. Good, like that. Nice. But you're shrinking up. Yeah. Yeah. Again. All right, I'll take that one. It's not perfect, but I'll take it for now. So now the hardest jab, that's just a normal jab, all right? It's funny how it's the hardest one, but it's a normal one. So the reason why it's hard is because there's no distinguishing momentum here where you take a step, right? So it's the same mechanism. You're pushing off the back foot and you're taking a step without actually taking a step, right? So you're here, I'm just shifting weight from here, right? I'm just pushing, exploding forward, and I'm resisting it with a springy motion, right? I'm just going split second weight shift, and I'm back on the stance. So I'm in the stance, I split second weight shift, and then I explode forward. So slow motion is like this. Shift, back, shift, back, shift, back. Notice how my knee is contracting there? And you don't want to telegraph, right? You don't want to move first and then throw out that jab. You don't want to go, right? I want to just go from here, from point A to point B, back to point A, right? So I'm going, see the difference? And this, just from point A, point B, point A. Nice, half step now. Again. Good. Nice, full step. Boom, back. Yeah, like that. Good job. Of course, after you learn a technique, you want to practice it hundreds and thousands of times, right? This is just the beginning, and she's only gotten basically 60% of the technique down. But that, I'd say, is good enough now for her to start practicing, right? Of course, continually self-correcting, that's the most important part. Even better if you have a coach watching you, right? So good job. Thanks for watching me teach my girlfriend how to throw the jab. The next one will be the cross. Stay tuned.